Greetings. I'm Marina Ormes, the founder of Astrology Heals at astrologyheals.com. I'm here today with your Astro vibe for Tuesday, December 27th. The moon is in Pisces, so our theme today is how to go with the flow, 3 ways to go with the flow. And Pisces reminds us that we really don't have control over anything, right? The flow, the bigger picture of life is going to flow. It's going to happen. And we're just along for the ride. Of course, there are other parts of the zodiac, and there are ways that we do have control and ways that we can put in effort and intention to shape things the way we want to. But there's this one zodiac sign that reminds us that it's really not up to us. And it's kind of a beautiful thing when you think about it. It's like, I have control to a point, but then I get to just let it go. And what's going to happen is what's going to happen. And the allowing of that is really powerful, especially when the moon is in Pisces, as it is today. So we had Capricorn new moon on Friday. The moon is waxing, growing bigger each night. We've gone through moon in Capricorn, moon in Aquarius, and we've been talking about history, tradition, legacies, thinking about and honoring the way showers of the past and those who have created the circumstances that we have today, and honoring that and the legacy of those who have gone before us, and also honoring ourselves as those who are going before those who will come after us. And so seeing ourselves as those way showers for the future, and the choices and actions that we take in this life, in this time, they matter. They're important. And so all of that gets to be infused with this energy that Pisces brings of the flow of unconditional love, of unconditional support, of recognition that there really is, we really are all one. And that sense of interconnectedness and interdependency that we have as we, Pisces reminds us that we transcend. We have these spiritual beings and spiritual selves that transcend the physical world and the world of limitations and things that we have to deal with here with our feet on the ground in the day-to-day world. Thinking about 3 ways to go with the flow and to support this bigger process of letting go and working with the energy and where it's trying to go, rather than fighting it or going against the current. The first way to go with the flow is to follow your intuition. So recognizing that there is a part of you that is tuned in to that bigger picture of energy, of flow, and recognizing that when something doesn't feel right, or it doesn't land right, or it doesn't agree with your most expansive self, that's something to listen to. There's a way that your body is reacting to truth and not truth, to love and not love. And your body's telling you. So listening to your body, listening to that intuitive sense that you have about what is right for you, about what is helpful, what is beneficial, what is in the flow. So there you go. Listening to your intuition, and just also playing with that idea of what is your intuition. How How do you know the difference between something that's going through your mind that brings up anxiety versus something that is really an indication of what's going to be beneficial to you? And so there are things like some people use pendulums or muscle testing or different ways to test, how you know what even inside your own mind you can or should be listening to. But and that's the thing, is like, does it make your heart feel open and expansive? Does it help your body relax? Does it make you feel peaceful and joyful and alive? Or does it shut down some of those things? And so maybe it's not true if it's shutting things down. So just thinking about that, reflecting on what that looks like and feels like for you, what it means for you to follow your intuition and what you're listening to, and at least let yourself have the experience of trying things that feel right to you. Okay, so that's one. And then two is give space to your feelings. So Pisces is a water sign. It relates to energy. It relates to feelings and emotions. And it is that bigger picture. So what is your, what are your feelings? What are your emotions? How are they needing to flow? Do you need to grieve? Do you need to let go of something? Or do you need to feel something and let it flow and move through your body? Or do you need to feel that bigger picture of love that just makes your whole body melt, feeling the love and gratitude that you have for the people in your life, for things that you have, for some of the ways that life is, very something you're very grateful for. So give space to your feelings, let your feelings be present, and let the love flow. So that brings us to number 3. So number 1 was follow your intuition. Number 2 is give space to feelings. And number 3 is breathe in unconditional love. And this is a reminder that unconditional love is unconditional. And it is there. It is part of our reality. It is part of the world, the universe, spirit. It is that force which loves you no matter. You cannot do anything that will cause you to be separated from this love. It is just simply not possible. And so what helps you connect with that feeling, with that sense that you are loved unconditionally? How can you breathe that into your body and remember that, and have those moments of connecting to that? You may not feel it all the time. Most of us don't. But can you feel it in the key moments, in the moments when you really need it? And sometimes being in nature can help, or being in a creative process, or something that is very life affirming and connective to the world around you. Breathing in unconditional love is also a way, by the way, of managing people in your life who are difficult to be around. So just breathe in that feeling of unconditional love that it's like, none of this matters. Yeah, the argument doesn't matter. The conflict doesn't matter. There is unconditional love here, and I can allow and affirm that for myself, and I can breathe that in. And you may need to do that in your own, privacy. And that's fine, but just taking that moment to breathe in the unconditional love, remember who you are, and open to that bigger picture of belonging, because you belong in the universe. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. So it's logical. It's logical that you are loved unconditionally and that you belong here. All right. And then just one final thought, and that is, with a Pisces moon, you can feel everything sometimes. So that concept of being a psychic sponge and picking up on the energy, the vibes around you, the negativity, some of the pain, suffering. Sometimes when for people who have a Pisces moon, or if the moon is in Pisces, we can all be a little bit more sensitive and our pores are open, right? So we're taking things in more. And it's just a good reminder always that, that is not you. You do not have to take in what is not you or what is not helpful to you. There's a point where recognizing someone else's suffering is an act of love and compassion, and the ability to be present and say, I feel that pain. I can relate to it, and I honor that experience that you're having. But then there's also a need to not let it drag you down, and so having boundaries, releasing energies that do not belong to you. In some circles, they call it energy hygiene, right? Letting go of the things that are not yours, feelings that are not yours. And sometimes that means taking space. I don't have to be around things that are bringing me down, or things that I can't fix, or that make me feel less than. Or incapable. So that brings us back to, breathing in the unconditional love, and being kind to ourselves, and having compassion for yourself always, and knowing that your heart, we have a mind and we have a heart, and the heart is the part of us that feels things and has needs and wants to be reminded that it's really all about love. That is really ultimately what it's all about. So having that love for yourself and being able to show up as a force for love and caring and kindness and compassion in the world. And that's what Pisces is reminding us of. So thanks for being here. I appreciate you, and I am sending my love out to you and all of the universe, and appreciating you. And if you want to learn more about the work that I do, check it out at astrologyheals.com. I do have room in the coming year to take in some new clients to work with you and your process, and how your chart can help you get on track with your own healing work, and be more effective and efficient in your own process, in your own healing process, and getting to some of the places that your soul truly desires. So that's what I do. I've had just some wonderful breakthroughs working with people doing this work, and it's super rewarding, and I love it. So check that out at astrologyheals.com. And thank you for being here. Thank you for being a subscriber. And if you haven't taken the plunge to subscribe yet, that subscribe button is right there. And I appreciate your support, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.